In Parliament today, there was news of a big breakthrough on aged care. The Coalition has done a deal with the Albanese Labor government for aged care reforms that are expected to make the sector more efficient and affordable over the long term. But people in future will pay more for their care. We'll talk more about all that later. But the Coalition attack on the government in question time zeroed in on the cost of living, on the way Labor has broken its promises to reduce the cost of living, cut power prices and push inflation and interest rates down. And more to the point, there was a focus on Labor ducking responsibility for all of its mismanagement.
Will the Prime Minister take responsibility for Labor's bad decisions over the last 2 years, which have taken our country in the wrong direction and hurt Australian families?
Will the Treasurer take responsibility for Labor's bad decisions over the last 2 years?
Will the Treasurer take responsibility for Labor's bad decisions over the last 2 years, which have taken our country in the wrong direction and hurt Australian families?
Will they take responsibility? Now, of course, Labor doesn't show any remorse for the cost of living crisis. Instead, they just show smugness.
I'll take responsibility for the fact that we have faster economic growth than Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United States and the UK.
This is what Nikki said about myself and the State Treasurer of Queensland. This is what Nikki said, and I'm quoting, "How good is it? Two Logan boys are running the finances for the country and for Queensland."
Yeah, what a fine job they're doing, in their own minds at least. But what about that refusal to take real responsibility? I highlighted it back in May and found the perfect anthem for it. But when are we ever going to see this bloke take responsibility for anything?
I've been travelling in the car, so I'm not. I haven't been advised about that. Of course, state bail schemes are run by the states.
You know, as we play these clips of Albo constantly ducking for cover, constantly avoiding responsibility, it reminded me of an old song I'd seen used at a political event way back in the early 1990s. Yeah, that's him, isn't it? That's Albo to a T. Yeah, we've had some fun with that ever since, haven't we? And this is now becoming a theme right across Parliament.
Well, is the Albanese Labor government ever going to take responsibility for anything it does?
Does the Treasurer take responsibility for 12 interest rate increases?
Responsibility, that is the word, and that's what's missing. As you know, we're now hearing this version of the song on Ray Hadley's 2GB program.
Albo says he's not responsible, not responsible. She can't answer for the wrong things he gets up to. He thinks is not responsible, not responsible.
I've got a feeling we might hear this song right the way through to the election campaign.